Ulysses is a modernist classic set in Dublin, Ireland, written by James Joyce. The book follows the lives of three main characters: Leopold Bloom, Molly Bloom, and Stephen Dedalus. Bloom is a caring, thoughtful, and quiet advertising agent who begins a day-long trip through Dublin, recording his thoughts, feelings, and interactions with various people and places. Molly Bloom is sensual, wild, and intense, with her stream of consciousness speech at the end giving us a different view than the other characters. Stephen Dedalus is smart, reflective, and emotionally distant, driven by his educational interests and philosophical thoughts. The book also features a lively web of Dublin residents from different backgrounds, each showing a different side of people's hopes, fears, and wishes. They have normal to strange personalities, which together show how lively the city is and how interesting the people who live there are. James Joyce uses various types of writing in Ulysses, such as mental monologues, stream of consciousness, and parodies of other types of writing. The book discusses identity, sexuality, faith, nationalism, and the search for meaning in the modern world. Many people see it as a celebration of the ordinary, finding meaning in the characters' daily lives. Joyce's writing in Ulysses is known for being difficult to understand due to its complicated poetry, allusions, and references that need to be read and understood carefully. The novel has had a huge impact on modern writing, and its unique ways of telling stories are praised. Ulysses is a difficult and dense book that follows the lives and thoughts of many people over the course of one day. It is an amazing look at what it means to be human and shows how great a writer James Joyce was. The circumstances in which Joyce wrote Ulysses include the political and social climate during World War I, the political change in Ireland, and his personal life problems. Joyce began writing Ulysses while his home country was going through significant changes, such as the Easter Rising of 1916. He planned to stay away from Ireland while writing the book, moving to Trieste, Italy, and Zurich, Switzerland, to avoid political and cultural problems. Joyce's financial struggles during the writing process made it difficult for him to pay his bills, leading to difficulties in paying his bills and breaking new ground in story structure, language, and form. His personal life problems, such as his daughter Lucia's mental health issues and eye problems, may have affected the themes of loneliness, alienation, and self-reflection in the book. In conclusion, Ulysses is a complex and deep work of modernist writing that takes place in Dublin, Ireland, during a time of great change in history, politics, and his own life. James Joyce's Ulysses is a timeless literary gem that teaches us about the complexity of human experience, compassion, understanding, identity, and new ideas in literature. The book was written in the early 1900s and takes place in Dublin in 1904. But its themes and lessons are still relevant today. The book highlights the importance of slowing down and looking at our inner lives in a world where technology and speed are crucial. It encourages readers to appreciate the unique paths of people from all walks of life, as they are all on their own unique paths. Identity is a central theme in the book, especially through the characters of Stephen Dedalus and Leopold Bloom. The book also encourages both writers and readers to try out new ways of telling stories and be creative. It reminds us that the past still has an effect on the present, reminding us to connect with our literary and cultural history in a rapidly changing world. Self-reflection and looking inside are key themes in the book, as the characters in Ulysses think deeply about themselves and their lives. The book also honors the everyday things in life, finding beauty and meaning in the little things that make up our daily lives. This lesson encourages us to enjoy the little things and simple pleasures that make up our daily lives. If you enjoyed James Joyce's Ulysses, there are several other books that can be recommended for reading. One James Joyce's A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man is another great book that shows Stephen Dedalus's life before he meets Jim Joyce in Ulysses. It discusses his childhood, schooling, and early problems with who he was and his artistic goals. 2. Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway is a modernist book that follows the characters through a single day in London and looks into their thoughts and feelings. Woolf's stream of consciousness writing style and her study of the human mind are central to this work. 3. James Joyce's Dubliners is a book of short stories set in Dublin, Ireland, that shows different parts of Dublin's people's lives in vivid detail. Each story is its own look at what it means to be human. And the book as a whole shows what Dublin was like in the early 1900s. 4. Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse is another great book that tells stories from the point of view of the main character, the Ramsay family, while they are on vacation on the Isle of Skye. It is a poetic and thoughtful work that shows the characters' thoughts and feelings while they are on vacation. 5. Alexander Solzhenitsyn's One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich is a powerful look at how people can maintain pride and strength when things go wrong. All of these books are interesting picks for those who enjoy books with depth and complexity, as they all focus on the characters' inner lives and use new ways of telling stories.